Hello and welcome back to the channel. You can see I'm back, and this series will be about state management in React using the latest, newest version of Redux. And why is that? Well, recently I came back to check out what is happening in the Redux and React Redux world. And to be honest, I was astonished and surprised. After years of using a library like Rematch, coming back to the plain old Redux felt really refreshing. So I decided to poke around it and create this little series. Also, you might find it interesting because the product we'll be building was one on the interview task that I had to perform in order to recruit myself to a very big and very famous company. Well, at least they're famous here in Poland. So let's get cracking. So we'll start by creating a simple project here. Let's do npx create React app. Let's call it cart, shopping cart, and let's use the template of TypeScript. Can we do this? Yes. So this will be a very simple application that performs the task that you see very often in application, which is managing a cart. So it's going to be a simple add remove application, but we'll work with the most recent version of Redux. We'll also see how to perform asynchronous actions. Okay, and we're almost done. Let me get my cup of coffee. Coffee? Never know. But we're almost there. Right. And as always, I'm not the guy to go when it comes to CSS, right? So don't look at the styling really. Let's cd into our project, and this is gonna be shopping cart. Let's open code here and close that. Okay, run a terminal. Great. So as always, you can see that this is the base app that we get bootstrapped by React, right? Nothing fancy here. We'll start by adding few packages that we need. So let's see what are these. Let's compare this with what we have. We have React, TypeScript, it's all good. What we need actually is a yarn add a Redux and types for Redux. This is one thing. The other thing is, I believe, well, actually, can we go with, because stuff changing, as you can tell. And if we go to the Redux toolkit now, you don't have the Redux. This is called Redux toolkit because it's more than just Redux. It's actually way more. The stuff to handle asynchronous action, the types, everything that you need. You can just add that one. I believe that should be enough. Well, of course, we need React Redux because Redux itself is agnostic to the framework or the library that you use. So we need yarn add React Redux and types for React Redux. Let's install that. Okay, cool. That should be all. I will get rid of everything here. Almost. And we will run our app. No, not install yarn start. Maybe there will be time when we will use yarn 2.0 to see how that works, but now it's not the time. Okay. Like that. We should be good. We should be good with refreshing. So what we'll do is we'll create a list of the products to display first, and we'll start by creating it just in a component and not by using Redux. And this is going to be rather easy. So let's create a folder here and call this products. Here I will create, let's call this products list.tsx. Use the wonderful, beautiful, famous snippet to create the Bootstrap for that. And for now, we'll just create a div. We'll create, let's do label here, right? And let's call it games list. This is gonna be list of games. I don't know, maybe the list of games that I'm actually playing with my friends. This should be good for now. Okay, cool. We have that. Let's open the development tools. Okay. And now, if I like to render the list, I would have to create some sort of an array, right? So maybe let's call this initial products. It's going to be an array, and we'll have array of objects with three properties. So title is going to be escape from Tarkov. If you're into hardcore survival games, you know that one. With a price, let's say 60. And we need an ID, right? So I will create an ID EFD. And then the second one we're playing is hunt showdown. We'll price it at 70 and say that ID is hunt. Oh, what else are we playing? We are playing Hell Let Loose. We'll price it at 55 and ID of parallel. Okay, that's fine. And this is very much standard stuff. If you'd like to display a list right now, what you'd have to do is to map over it. The product, and we'll return some kind of HTML, well, JSX right now. So let's say that this is going to be a div. It's supposed to have a key. It's going to be product ID. What else we doing? Well, we need some kind of span work to display description gonna look like this. Let's place a product title and product price right here. Okay, and that should work. Actually, I can make it a little bit more, let's say, visible, but change that to H2. Okay, and this is standard. We could do that another way. We could move that into state, and we could add a way to change it somehow. So yeah, let's do just that. Let's say that I have products, set products, use state, Redux, initial state, initial products. I don't need this then. Well, actually, I do need that. And now, if I really need to, I could create a button, add product, and on click, I would call a function that would call set products with something like title of a game, how price of 100 and ID of life. That looks good. That product. What's the part that you don't? It should be solve that problem by creating interface product and saying that the title is a string. Title is a string, the price is, and ID is a string. This has sense. Products. Oh yeah, we have to provide an array here, so it's gonna be pref products and pref products then actually this and the pref products. Okay, so this is how we can add. Yeah, it works. So what we're doing here, we are creating the state with the initial products, and then on click we're extending this array by one another product. And this is all fine as long as you'd like to maintain the state in one component. But I have to approach a problem where I would like to create product form here, right? And use it to extend the state maintained here. Well, of course, there has to be a way to get that state and move it out of the scope of that component. One solution we could try is using a context. And it's a good approach, and actually Redux is based on the context. But sometimes you need something more global. And what I mean by that is if you take a look on the tree of your components, the Redux is living outside of the tree. It's a separate being. As I mentioned before, it's library agnostic. You can use it with Vue, you can use it with Angular, React, plain.js, whatever. So you can imagine Redux being a separate store for your state. And then your components are subscribing to the changes in that store. And they're rendered when the part to which they are subscribed changes somehow. Okay? So, real quick, let us create product form. For the future use. So what do we need here exactly is create a fragment here. I will put a header tag here, and this is gonna be add game to the store, right? And as you can imagine, our application will be constructed from three parts: the list of the products, the form to add the products to the store, and then your cart, where you can see the games that you added to your cart, just like in Steam. Yeah, we're building a Steam clone, exactly that. So we need a form, and we need some inputs. So for now, this is going to be can we be smart with this? Input times 3. You can write that, that was pretty smart, and use the emmet build it in Visual Studio Code to just spawn 3 JSX tags. And this is gonna be type text. This is correct. The placeholder for that is gonna be game title. Name is gonna be title for now. Here we're gonna have a number, and placeholder is gonna be that one. We'll see. It's a number, so maybe, probably. And then we have to add the name, price, and then we're gonna have placeholder of ID and name of ID. Yeah, that should work. And then of course inside we need a button. Out here a little bit button. Yes, add price. And we'll add this alongside here, product form. And as you can see, bit of that really. As you can see, these two components are siblings to each other. They will share no state or no functions through the app component, yet they will connect one to another between using the Redux, right? And we'll set up Redux in the next episode, because for now, I think we're mostly done with our JS6 where there's a matter of rendering the card, but we can do that later. And in the next episode, we'll add Redux to our application. Finally. So I will see you there. Leave a like, subscribe if you'd like to. Tell me in the comments whether you use Redux, whether you'd like to try it, what do you think about the new version, maybe what other topics you'd like to see me cover. I'll see you there. Bye bye.